Palantir just posted 93% revenue growth, the numbers so wild the CEO called demand otherworldly. Shares jumped 7.7% after the bell today to $135.32 as Wall Street processed the beat. I'm Lena, here's what moved after the close, and what to watch at tomorrow's open. Palantir's second quarter revenue hit $1.935 billion, beating the $1.812 billion consensus by 6.8%. The engine was U.S. commercial revenue, $764 million, up 149% year-over-year. And that line grew another 28% from just the previous quarter. Commercial AI demand is compounding fast. GAAP earnings per share came in at 41 cents, beating the 34-cent consensus by a full 21%. That is the ninth consecutive quarterly earnings beat under CEO Alex Karp. Management then raised full-year 2026 revenue guidance to $8.15 billion, up from $7.66 billion. A single-quarter guidance upgrade of $490 million, that is what Otherworldly looks like on a spreadsheet. Story 2, Broadcom lost an EU court battle today over VMware antitrust documents. The General Court rejected Broadcom's attempt to shield U.S. attorney-client privileged files from Brussels. The Commission is probing alleged 10 times price hikes and the termination of Broadcom's European Cloud Partner Program. VMware brought in $7.18 billion in Q2 fiscal 2026 revenue, up 9% year-over-year. If Brussels ultimately forces contract rollbacks, that infrastructure software line is exactly where the hit lands. Story 3, Dominion Energy's Q2 earnings per share fell 58% to 37 cents, but the headline hides the real story. The pain came from an $820 million write-down on renewable natural gas assets. Strip that out, and Dominion Energy Virginia, the utility serving Northern Virginia's data center corridor, grew operating earnings 22%. That segment jumped to $670 million from $549 million. An increase of $121 million. For investors, the Virginia data center thesis is very much intact. The write-down is a one-off, the growth is not. Story 4, Sempra's Q1 2026 net profit surged 25%, even as revenue slipped 3.9%. Encore delivered record equity earnings, and gas procurement costs collapsed 32%. Interest expense fell by $51 million, lifting net margins all the way to 31.5%. A textbook case of cost leverage doing the heavy lifting when the top line stalls. Now the quick hits from after the close. Visa agreed to buy AI fraud detection firm BioCatch for $2.4 billion in cash. That is an 85% markup from BioCatch's $1.3 billion Primera buyout back in September 2024. Visa shares rose 1.9% in pre-market. The deal covers 1.8 billion devices across 350-plus banks. Oracle locked the Pentagon into a 10-year enterprise software agreement worth up to $7 billion. The deal projects at least $441 million in taxpayer savings by consolidating fragmented Oracle procurement across the DoD. Two big prints to watch tomorrow. McDonald's reports before the open. Consensus is 3.32 EPS on $7.14 billion in revenue. U.S. same-store sales are pegged at just plus 1.1%, with management already flagging a meaningful deceleration. Then AMD reports after the close. Guidance calls for $11.2 billion in revenue, up roughly 46% year-over-year. Watch the data center line. Q1 hit a record $5.775 billion. With double-digit sequential growth guided for Q2. For the full breakdown and tomorrow's earnings preview, head to LineVestnews.com and subscribe to LineVest Daily.